Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, it is another Friday, closer to 2013. We are back on the couch. I'm still here in Arizona. It's almost my birthday and almost Christmas. So here you have it. I think we only have two more. Look at Maria's one more. Oh wow, she's going by so quickly. So I'm going to try to come up with a really good movie to end the year on. This was not one of them. But still had to get something to pass the time. And this was a movie that I thought had potential just because I do like a few of the people that are in it. But I don't know, it's just very blah to me. So let's get right into it and give you a full breakdown of the flick. Talking about the movie Hit&Run, starring Dax Shepard, of MTV Punk'd fame, which amazing he's been able to parlay that into a pretty successful Hollywood career, and is dating a fine-ass breezy who's also starring in the movie, Kristen Bell, as well as, of course, everybody loves him now, Bradley Cooper, last year's sexiest man alive apparently, as well as kind of extended cameos from Tom Arnold, Michael Rosenbaum, Jess Rowland, Joy Bryant, as well as David Koechner, who's always hilarious, and somebody that you might notice and recognize if you ever watched Party Down, that of Ryan Hansen. He was pretty funny in that, and even shorter cameo by Beau Bridges, and the absolute shortest possible cameo by Jason Bateman. So, basic breakdown of the story, I guess you could say, is Dax Shepard's character has a troubled past, is currently in witness protection, living with his girlfriend of a year, Kristen Bell. Well, she doesn't really ask a lot of questions about his past life. He really passes his time chilling on the couch and, well, staying alive, I guess. In addition to him, you have his officer who's in charge of checking up on him, played by Tom Arnold, who plays a gay U.S. Marshal who has had a couple unfortunate incidents with discharging his weapon and has therefore been booked down to simply doing witness protection details. Really, in the first 20 minutes of the movie, he has another unfortunate issue. It's pretty funny. Tom Arnold's his typical Tom Arnold self, still, doing dumb stuff to get laughs, and still doing pretty well at doing the dumb stuff to get laughs, to be quite honest. In addition to that part of the crew, I guess you could say, there also is this element of, well, they both kind of have an element of the past. Kristen Bell's past is her ex-boyfriend, who is still madly in love with her and determined that they're going to end up together, whatever. Still refers to it as their house, even though they haven't been together for like a year. So, lo and behold, that opportunity is dropped into Kristen Bell's lap to move to Los Angeles and pursue a career in this ridiculously specialized field that there's never been a program for. So she can go and be a teacher. Well, it's absolutely the most perfect job possible, but it means either leaving Dax Shepard's character or him going back. Problem is Los Angeles is where he's on the run from, where he's hiding from. And most notably, his previous crew. Well, through a series of unfortunate events brought on by this stalker ex-boyfriend, we find out that in fact, Dax Shepard's character used to be the wheelman for a bank robbing crew. And you see this multiple times with this very impressive handiwork behind the wheel. Also, the Lincoln that they have in this movie, bananas. One of the sickest Lincolns I've ever seen. And the way that they did it with like throwing the bigger rims on it, but still, you know, really tuning out the engine. Oh my God, it was so sick, so sick. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Um, but we find out that his previous crew is who he dined out, and that's why he's in witness protection. Long story short, we find out that he didn't want to let one of the members of their crew take the rap for everybody, so he testified against Bradley Cooper, the guy from Party Down, and somebody who turned out to be his ex-fiance. But at the end of the day, it somewhat worked out because none of them ended up having to do any real jail time, prison time. Jail time, yes, which led to a very unfortunate sexual encounter for Bradley Cooper's character, something they talked about in the previews a couple times, which was, I guess, one of the funnier parts of the movie. But that kind of says that it really wasn't that great of a movie. It did have potential, but every time that you felt like you might be getting a little bit of that potential, it seems like they just went back and just lathered on another layer of like comedy 101. And each time they felt like they might be able to delve a little bit deeper, nope, let's do a fart joke. Oh, let's do a puke joke. Oh, let's make a joke about, you know, boobs. Oh. So it was a little disappointing with that. I really did think that it could have been better. But I like Bradley Cooper. I think he's a pretty good actor in everything that he does. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him, and a little bit less from Dax Shepard. I don't know what it is, but he just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I think he's decently funny, but I don't think that he's ever ready for any kind of dramatic turn. And of course, you know, because essentially it is a rom-com. And like any rom-com, there has to be conflict and there has to be resolution. And that requires Dax Shepard to be serious. Doesn't work too well. But really all the elements play together to equal a pretty basic 3-star movie. I can't really recommend it, but if you have absolutely nothing else better to do, want to have a little bit of mindless entertainment for an hour and a half, check it out. That's really all you're going to get from it. It's not one of those like comedy movies that enlightens you, or I honestly thought the first Hangover was an incredibly well done movie. Period. Not for being a comedy, not for whatever. It was a very well done movie. This is not. This is a very basic comedy that never steers too far off course, too far off the paint by numbers track, to racing analogies for a movie that has tons of racing in it that were not intentional. I will say also the Cadillac CTSV Sport Wagon, pretty awesome in this movie too. But like I said, it really does just go paint by numbers for the most part. Obviously, Bradley Cooper's character wants to come back and get the money that he thinks is owed to him. Wants to, you know, I don't want to give it, you know, any more of the movie away, but that really is everything. There are a couple moments that are pretty funny. One is at the hotel room when they accidentally stumble upon a senior citizen orgy, which I will again quote one of my favorite quotes of Rafi from The League. Some things you can't unsee, bro. That's all I'm going to say. But overall, it was just very eh. So let me know what you guys think. I'm always curious to hear, you know, how you guys feel that it's stacked up against other decent comedies out there. One person wrote that it actually was a completely unnecessary movie. The only point of it being produced was for it to be a vehicle to tell the public that Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell were dating, which I kind of agree with. There really didn't feel like there was any, like, let's make a good movie. It really did feel like everybody just showed up for a check. And the person who should have gotten a check was whoever did the horrible dreadlocks for Bradley Cooper. Those things were like some of the worst things I've ever seen. So before I tear this movie apart anymore, if you want to see some car chases, some action, some shooting, some fighting, some decent back and forth bickering, but via dialogue, check out Hit and Run. If you don't, it's an easy pass. So there you have it. 3 stars, right in the middle there. Easy. You could easily check it out. It's an easy pass. Either way you work it, let me know what you guys think. If you love the movie, if you hated the movie, let me know why. Always love to hear from everybody. As always, I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. And thank you again for checking out another weekly movie review. As always, you can check out the rest of my videos on MatthewMaley.com. You can check out the current video blog tab as well as the previous video blog tab. You can also check me out directly up on YouTube. Search for Matthew Maley Poker. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Facebook. Search for Matthew Maley Poker. Like the page. Comment on the page. Drop me some pictures. Whatever. Check me out on Twitter at Matthew Maley. Follow your boy. Retweet me. Quote me. All that. And last but not least, check me out on Instagram at Matthew Maley Poker. Drop me a nice little comment, like it, throw some hashtags up on them to get me more followers. Whatever you do, I appreciate it. I will catch you guys on the next video. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. At least starting off great. And I will see you guys in the next film. Peace out.